So you own an e-commerce store and you want to customize the checkout process to match your branding? Well, you've come to the right video because we've just released a brand new update in UAE or Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor that help you customize the checkout process on your WooCommerce store easily and quickly. So let's head to my computer and I'll show you all the things that you can do with the brand new widget in UAE. Alright, we're inside the magical world of WordPress, and before you start using the brand new widget in UAE to customize your WooCommerce checkout, there are a couple of things that you'll need to do. The first thing that you'll need to do is that you'll need to add at least one product to your cart on your store. Now, the reason that this is mandatory is because WooCommerce won't let you see the checkout if there are no products in your cart. Makes sense, right? So use this menu to go to your site or your store. As you can see, I already have it open in a tab, and I also have a couple of products added to my cart already. Hand sanitizer bottles, very important in these trying times. I already have them added to my cart. So you'll need to do the same thing and add at least one product to your cart. The second thing that you need to do is you need to create a new checkout page for WooCommerce on your website. Now, if you're new to WooCommerce, let me explain what that means. When you install WooCommerce on your website, it automatically creates a few different pages on your website. The obvious ones being the account page, the shop page, the cart page, and you can just go into your pages menu. I'll just open it right here and see all the pages that WooCommerce has created and also assigned as specific roles or assign them to be the official pages of those specific roles on your website. You can see the cart page is the cart page, your checkout page is checkout page, the contact page is not the WooCommerce page, but it's designed from Elementor, which is a similar tag you can see right here. And also you can see the My Account page is the My Account page and the Shop page is the Shop page. These are assigned by WooCommerce to be the official pages for these shop pages and account pages on your website. So what you need to do is create a new page and make that the official checkout page on your site. Don't worry, I'll show you exactly how to do it. First thing you'll need to do is just create a new page. The process is pretty simple. You do not need to add any new content on the page. Just make a new page and maybe name it checkout 1. Let me pause the video and just get that done in a second. So as you can see, I just created a brand new page called checkout 1, no content on the page itself, and published it. Now you can see the update button. That means the page is now published, and you'll also be able to see the checkout 1 page here. Now you won't see the tag here or the label checkout page because this is not the official page for WooCommerce right now, but we'll change that and make checkout 1 the official checkout page of your website. How do I do that, or how would you do that? It's pretty simple. Just go to WooCommerce, go to settings. I'll open it up in a new tab. Inside the settings, go to advanced. And here you will see all the pages that WooCommerce has assigned or officially assigned to be specific or have specific roles on your website. You can see the checkout page is checkout, which is also showing the page ID, so that if you have pages with similar titles, you can differentiate them. Now we'll change this to checkout 1. So I'll type in checkout. And now checkout 1 shows up. So I'll click that and I'm going to save my settings. Let's go back to the previous tab, refresh the page. And now you can see checkout 1 is the official checkout page of my website. Now, a small disclaimer, if you're doing this on a live website, I'd recommend you do this either in a maintenance window or do this at a time when the traffic is very low on your website, or the better option would be to create a staging version of your website or do this on a local copy of your website so that any changes you try out or any experiments that you do not affect your visitors or live visitors who are trying to purchase some things on your website. If your website is not live currently, you're just testing it out, then you can definitely do this anytime on your live website. I hope that made sense. Now it's time to perform the actual customization that you're watching the video for. So what I'm going to do is open the checkout page, which is already open right here. And I'm going to edit it with Elementor. So I'm going to click this button right here and edit it with Elementor. Once the Elementor and the checkout page has loaded, you'll notice the familiar interface in WooCommerce for the checkout process. And if you click anywhere, you will just open up the text editor and you won't be able to edit anything inside the checkout process. Now that's his expected behavior because right now we haven't added the WooCommerce checkout widget to this site or this section. So what you need to do is just delete the entire section so that the page becomes blank. Go here, search for Woo, and you'll see all the different widgets related to WooCommerce in the search results. Now the one that you need to be paying attention to is the checkout widget. So just drag and drop it right here. And you will notice that the familiar checkout process is now visible once again. But the difference is that now this time the checkout process is being added by the Woo checkout widget. That means it's completely editable. So I already had a page open up on my website and I performed all these steps already. So let me switch to that tab and I'll show you all the details or all the optimizations or checkout customizations you can do with the brand new widget in UAE. On the checkout page, if you don't see any of the options to customize this area or customize the checkout process, all you have to do is click somewhere inside this widget or inside the checkout process, and you'll see all the options available. And you also see the Woo checkout widget is now loaded, which will give you all these information or all these tabs and options to customize the checkout process. So you have the layout options, checkout labels, login section, coupon section, helpful information, and also the style tab and other options inside Elementor that are the default Elementor options. So let me show you all the customization options inside all these menu options by going into the layout menu first, and I'll just scroll down so you can see all the details on the page. So first in the layout options, you have the layout option, which sets the layout of the checkout process itself. Currently it's set to 2 columns, which you can see right here. This is the first column and this is the second column, which has the order review section. But you have 3 options inside. You can use 1 column or 2 column or multi-step. Let me change to 1 column for a second. And now you see everything is in a single column and everything is being pushed down. The order review has been pushed down on the page and not visible at the side, which it was earlier. If you switch to 2 column, the page will again go back to the default option, but you also have a multi-step checkout process. This is something that can be used to increase conversions on your website, because you can test it out if users prefer a multi-step checkout process. And what multi-step checkout means is every step of the process, that means the billing, the shipping and the payment individually are individual steps or are individual steps on your page. So once the user has filled in all the information in the billing options, only then can they go to the next or click the next button to go to the shipping options and fill in the shipping information, and then again to the payment options. Now, what conversion option or what checkout process works best depends on your store. You need to test this out on your site to see which of them performs better. Right now, I'm just going to switch to the 2 columns as the default option was already set. So, and one more thing that you should know is that on responsive devices, 2 columns will already be stacked, so it will appear as a single column checkout process. Now, 2 other options that you can also configure in the layout option is to enable the cart button or disable the cart button. It's a toggle switch, and also show additional information box. So let me switch this off and just notice what happens on the screen. Can you see what changed? So the simple thing that this widget or this toggle button changes is that removes or adds this link back to the page. If I enable cart button is disabled, then you'll see that this link or this option to go back to the cart menu disappears. This is something that you can use to customize this checkout or order review section of your website. And the show additional information box toggles this option. Let me scroll down, is the order notes option. If you disable this, then this section will go away. This section lets customers add different delivery notes to your site or delivery notes with their order. Now, sometimes you don't want to include this because customers then might place very odd requests that you might not be able to fulfill, or your checkout process or your shipping process might not be able to fulfill. So it's a good idea to toggle this off if you don't do any special order notes or don't do any special requests on your site. The layout option has all these options. Let me go to the next option, which is the checkout labels option. Let me see all the options inside. So here you can customize the text for all the different labels or headings that you have in the checkout process. Right now you can see billing details is set to billing details, shipping text is set to shipping text, which you can scroll down and see here. And order text is set to order review, payment text is set to payment method. So you can customize all these options or customize all these labels here. So if I want to say change this to, instead of billing details, I just want to change this to billing, I can just do this. And now it's set to billing. So you can customize everything. And with if you're using Elementor Pro, you can also use custom fields or dynamic tags to customize this on the fly if you need to do so. So you can check out or customize all these options right here in the checkout labels tab. Let's head to the next tag or next section, which is the login section. Now in the title or the login section, you can customize the page or customize the messaging where what users see when they are trying to check out on your site and they are not registered on your site. So if you disable guest checkouts or guest logins from your WooCommerce store, then users are prompted to sign into their accounts or create a new account when they're checking out. And here you can customize this section as well. In order to demonstrate this feature, let me open up an incognito window. Since I'm already logged in on my computer, I'll open up an incognito window, which I'm not logged in, and I'll show you all the details or how this messaging appears. So I've opened up an incognito window and I've laid the incognito window on top of the actual window. So that's why it might look a little skewed to you, but this is how the page will look like for users who are not checked in or not logged into your site. So this is the messaging that you can customize here. For visitors who are prompted to log in, they will see this kind of message on the screen. If they click this button, this is the entire thing or form that they will see. And you can customize the entire section using the login section or this section. So you can change the title, you can change the link text, which is right here. You can also change the form messaging or text. So everything that you want to add or customize is possible with the login section. So I hope that makes sense. I'll just close the incognito window and we'll move on to the next section, which is the coupon section of the site or this widget. So inside the coupon section, you can have the option of enabling or disabling the entire section. You can change the title and the link text and the form text as well. So let me just disable this for now and you'll see the coupon section is now disappeared. If you don't have coupons or if you have a specific time of your website where you don't promote any coupons, then you can disable this temporarily. Again, if you want to enable or encourage users to use coupons, then you can enable this and then you'll have options to change the title. This is have a coupon, which is right here. Link text, which is click here to enter the coupon code, which is here. So for example, if I want to change the title, and once I change the text here, instantly I'll see that the text is also updated here. And obviously, if you're using Elementor Pro, you can use dynamic tags to do the same thing as well. And you can also change the form and other fields, which I just mentioned. You can also change the placeholder text, that means the coupon code, which you will see right here. You can also change this, and you can also change the button label, which is right now apply coupon. So that's all the changes you can make inside the coupon section. Let me just toggle this off and I'll go into the helpful information section. Well, newsflash, there's nothing inside it. This just links to an article that you can read on our website, which details all this process in complete detail and in written format. So we've covered everything inside the content section. Let's go into style options and I'll talk about all the different options or customization options you have inside the style tab. And disclaimer, there are a lot. So let's go into the style tab. So let me toggle all the features or all the toggle menus off first, sections. So now you'll see sections, headings, input fields, order review, payment method, buttons, and field validation and error messages. There are a lot of fields. So just to give you a gist of what you can do in the style section is that you can customize colors for every section or everything that you see here in the section. So for example, if you go into the sections options, you'll see the text color, you see the background color, typography, border type, rounded corners. If you want to have rounded corners, padding, and also you can change the colors and everything for background colors for everything. So you can do this for sections, you can do this for headings. Let me just demonstrate very quickly how it will look. If I want to say change the color of the headings, I'll just go into these options and maybe let's change it to green. And now you see the color of the heading is now green. If I want to reset it, I can just go into the history section and just disable it. And now you can see the section or the color is back again. So inside the section or inside individual sections, you can change colors for almost everything. Inside the input fields, you'll be able to change colors. The same options are available in all the fields, but the sections or the toggle sections have been grouped in a manner so that it makes logical sense for you to find the element that you want to check out or find the element that you want to customize in terms of colors. If you go into any of the sections, you'll see the familiar same options. You'll be able to change the text color, the typography options, and rounded corners and colors and hover colors and similar customization options inside all the sections. And from the sections, you can see everything inside the WooCommerce checkout process is completely customizable. And I have just showed you how I changed in simple a couple of seconds the color of the billing heading label, and you can do the same thing in for every little element that you see on the screen right here. So that about sums up all the customization options inside the style tab. Inside the advanced options, you'll find all the options that Elementor natively supports or natively has on your site. There's no customization options that we have personally added to this section. So just to give you a recap, inside the layout options, you can change the labels and text for every little option. You can change the kind of checkout process. You have 3 options to choose from. You can disable, enable options and change labels for every little field or I would say everything that you want to add here or change here. Inside the style tab, you can make changes to how the section or how each of these sections appears. You can change the background colors, the hover colors, the colors of the headings, and every little detail that to your liking. So you can completely create a customized checkout process that not only matches the branding of your website, but also converts better and also looks beautiful on your website. A quick note about saving changes. When you're making small changes on the page, you can save them by clicking this apply button right here, which will dynamically save the changes to your page. And once you've made all the changes you want to make to your page, you can use the update button inside Elementor to make sure that the changes are pushed to your live website. Let me show you or demonstrate how it appears. Let's go back to the heading section and I'll change the color of the heading as I demonstrated earlier to a different color. Once again, I'll change it to this color. And now let's update the page and I'll show you how the checkout page looks on the front end or for your visitors. Let me update the page. So the page was updated and now I'm on the checkout page of my website. And the two important changes that I made was I changed the text of the coupon code or the coupon text right here. And I also changed the color of the headings, which you can see right here, and right here. And obviously any change that you make on the page will also be reflected here. I just made two changes to demonstrate how easy it is to make any changes to your WooCommerce checkout process using the brand new widget in UAE. So I just showed you how easy it was to customize the WooCommerce checkout on your website using the brand new widget introduced in UAE. If you like this video or found any value in this content, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you already unsubscribed to our channel, and also check out UAE. The link is in the description. If you're already a customer, make sure to update to the latest version that we just released today so that you can get this brand new widget on your website. If you have any questions about the product, make sure to leave those in the comments as well. You were watching or listening to Yuvraj from Brainstorm Force. I'll catch you in the next video. Don't go away. Till then, take care.